Welcome back to the ToolScouter shop, my friends. It seems that spring has finally sprung, which is great. I always look forward to this time of year, and we like to go hiking a lot, and so we've got some projects coming up. A couple of projects I wanted to share with you that I've been looking forward to doing that relate to hiking. But for right now, we've got another tool to clean up, and it's this beautiful little square that I found at the last flea market haul. A little 6-inch combination square. It seems to be so well made, and I really am anxious to get it cleaned up. Tell you what, let me bring you down here on the bench and we'll take a closer look at it. Here is this beautiful little square. So I'm not sure what that metal is. It's not rusted, it's tarnished. So I'm presuming that's a brass or a bronze. And this seems to be a little heavier than aluminum. So I don't think that frame there is aluminum. Tell you what, before I show you that, let's go ahead and see if we can't get some of that price sticker. Stick them off of there. Got some alcohol here we can use to clean that up. Let's see where this is, who made it. All right, let's dry that off some. That sticker didn't come off, did it? Oh well, we'll clean it off more when we get rid of that tarnish. But can you make that out right there? What is that? Magier? Somebody suggested in the other that it might be master. I bet you that T is rubbed off. It's master mechanic. I'll bet you that is who has made this. So you can kind of see how this has a different color. The rule has a different color than this brass nut. So I'm not sure if this is made from something else, but I want to clean it up. And I think we'll put a little wax on it to keep it from tarnishing further. So we'll have that, and then this thing here, I don't know how I want to do this. If I want to, I think I will probably take this all off. I think this thing here, I think is just a little bit of dust and dirt in there. And it feels like it's a baked on finish or maybe a Japanning. I'm not real sure. But it also has the little scribe. And as somebody mentioned in one of the other videos when I showed what I picked up at the flea market, they had said, now that is a lot of times what's missing. And so that's what kind of makes this a really cool little find. So I want to clean this up and clean that up. We'll probably take some time to dress that up as well. And we'll get this thing looking really nice. Just check this out. Isn't that just gorgeous? Turns out it's steel with a copper plating on it, it looks like to me. And don't judge me. I tried to use the finest belt that I had, the finest polishing or conditioning belt. But the reason why I think that's the case is here on the ends, I got a little too deep and it pulled off some of that copper and it looks like steel underneath. So that's why I think this is steel with a copper plating. But it's still, there was some tarnish that I didn't get all out, especially right there. And I didn't want to dig down into and start taking off more of that copper. So I like it the way it is. It's not necessarily a restoration, it's more of a preservation. Still make out that lettering very nicely. What I think is, you can see all the marks, how nice and distinct they are here. But check this out. If I'm not mistaken, I think some of these go down to right here. I think that might, let's see, that'd be an 1/8, 16th. I think that goes down to a 32nd right there. So that's just kind of neat, just how nicely marked it is. And there's some really small graduations here on the end. So I was happy with the way this turned out, and you can use it if you want to, but I think we're going to take and give this a home here in the shop to be able to display it proudly. This little scratch all polished up pretty nice as well. Got the little cap, all the rust off of that little cap that holds the bubble in there, which is there. I suppose I ought to check and just to see for the fun of it if that is accurate. So let's try that out together. How does that looks level there. Might be off just a smidge, but for something this small, I think it's wanting to creep that way just a little bit. I don't know, you can decide for yourself. Because that looks right dead smack in the center. But for something so small, I think turned out pretty good. I thought maybe this Japanning was black. I cannot get it any darker than that. It seems like it might just be a brown. So we'll leave it there. Put this like that. I think that's how we'll display it. But that is beautiful. There we go. Another beautiful little tool given some new life. All tarnished up, but now all cleaned up. I was very pleased with just how beautiful that turned out. It looks vintage. It looks like a relic. And I'm very proud to have this and be able to display it. And I'm glad you came along and join me on this. So let's take this and put it up here on the wall so we can display it proudly. That was a steel rule in there. I took a magnet and stuck it to it, and so yes, that is steel with that copper plating, and it turned out just beautiful. Looks like a piece that was made with pride. And what was the name of that company? Master Mechanic. Yes, I think I have several tools made by Master Mechanic, and that's just one more to add to the collection. So guys, thanks so much for joining me on this. It's always great to have you stop by the shop for a visit, and I enjoy sharing my passion with you and what it is that I like to do, and that's these old tools. Like I said, I've got a couple of projects coming up here that are kind of little off the norm, but I think you'll enjoy them as well, so look for those in the future. But for right now, thanks for coming by. If you enjoyed this video, sorry I'm getting ahead of myself. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you know anybody else that might enjoy this content, please send them the link. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and that way you'll be able to be notified. Come by and visit me again here in the shop. But until next time, here's to you. Have a great day. God bless.